This is a continuation of the previous video on gifts from the machine elves. I'll talk a little bit more about how the distribution system of gifts works between our dimensions, and then I'll tell you about life deals the entities explain to me, or as we like to call it, luck. If you want to understand the concept of gifts and life deals better, watch a movie called The Adjustment Bureau. It's a light Hollywood fairy tale, but it perfectly describes the gift system and how the energy gives you life deals. This will be an emotional video and one that again can help you with understanding this reality and raising your vibrational frequency. It is very important to the future of 434 that you support this structure by joining Patreon or Subscribestar or by donating through PayPal or cryptocurrencies. It is easy and you don't need a PayPal account to use it. I will start from saying that the Bee Queen gift I talked about in the previous video wasn't the only one I received. There was an important issue I had struggled with for 15 years that had a big impact on my life. It was a personal issue that I didn't even think of discussing with the entities, and during one of my early trips, out of nowhere, a small machine elf appeared. Compared to the giant divine entities filling out whole dimensions I encounter sometimes, this one looked rather insignificant, something like a small bionic acorn wearing a digital hat. As always, very difficult to describe. If I remember correctly, he presented to me a small package and said, "I have a gift for you." He gave me the package, which became a telepathic upload, and he disappeared. This gift was the answer to my 15-year-old dilemma in form of one sentence. An issue I fought against for half of my life, and it took only a few simple words to change everything. Another gift was a very interesting one. I was visited by the god of the cannabis dimension. Yes, you heard me right. Weed has its own god. He brought me a message from another family member's higher self to ask me to observe the development of his earthly form, as his existence in my life is a lesson and he has things to teach me. Throughout the years, I was told and shown many other gifts already existing in my life that I should be grateful for. Here are some of them. Me being too emotional was a curse in my understanding, until machine elves explained that my emotions have the power of changing my surroundings. It turned out that my emotional uniqueness is a key that would later in life give me access to people who can help me with what I'm trying to achieve here. They said that I came to this world with courage that allows me to access things that would normally be out of reach, including visiting other dimensions. I always considered my brutal honesty to be a huge burden in my life until the entities told me that honesty allows me to have an enormous power to be unique for others, but that it will only work combined with positive attitude. They said that I was given a careless existence and that I wasted on worry. After an amazing summer last year, they said that that summer was a gift for me to enjoy. It was supposed to make me think how fear destroys everything by letting me experience a moment without it. I always thought that my daydreaming was weird until they explained that imagination is an amazing gift that is given so that people are happier. Later on, they explained the power of imagination in curing depression and anxiety. A family member who's a walking definition of quote marks human turned out to be the third parent in my life. She taught me a lot about human nature, something I would normally have no access to. A relationship with a girl that went south after many wonderful years was explained as a major lesson in my life. They said that she was the biggest love training device in my life and that she was given to me so that I can learn to love. What I considered to be a horrible relationship was in fact an element of a complete and well-working system I was given to become a more loving person. This is how you're supposed to understand gifts from the energy and the entities in your life. The things that happen to you in your life are an index to the actual emotional and metaphysical content you came here for. This is what you're supposed to go through. Life is purely made of experiences. Everything is an experience, and your perception of a situation doesn't matter. Neither does what your ego and ambition dictate. To be a happy and a fully functioning human being, you need to allow the things and experiences of this world to flow through you freely. You need to take part in everything that is happening to you and steer it in the right direction. Now here's the main part of this video. Important information about what the entities call life deals. They said, success in life and a successful life are made of your ability to get life deals. It's your readiness to take advantage of life and special little arrangements with people and situations that life is giving you. A high vibration frequency person is given the tools to distinguish between noise generated by quote marks humans and actual valuable information generated by life and other high vibrational frequency people. It seems the only difference between these two groups of humans is that one is tuned into the frequency that allows them to notice and take advantage of the gifts and life deals, while others are too busy dealing with life trivia and human concepts. The people who get to take advantage of those deals in life are called lucky, as if it was a giant lottery we're all taking part in, which clearly is not the case. If you ever wondered how luck works, well, it turns out we all get the same amount of life deals that is supposed to elevate us. They said, your whole life is an individual game. It is as if the whole world existed only for the purpose of you experiencing your life and having life lessons to fulfill your purpose. Life's fabric is made of beautiful big things and we all waste it on noise and nonsense. Hardly anyone reaches even 10% of their potential and their capabilities because they're distracted by trivia. Even the things in life you don't like or don't understand are actually little bricks and frameworks on which everything in this world is being constructed, and which helps others to elevate themselves and achieve things they were supposed to achieve here. Life is taking care of you, and it is giving you good stuff, so relax, you're taken care of. Remember that your life is no different than that of other people. Similar to a program simulation or a video game, we all go through the same amount of levels or stages. Some of us are ready for them, while others get easily distracted. Focus. Take advantage of those moments every day when things go right and build your sense of gratitude on them. Do not envy others. It is a toxic, non-productive state of mind. Everyone has their own path and we all enjoy and struggle with different elements of life. No matter your circumstances, remember that every day the energy gives you a chance to take a small step forward in the direction of your choice. It is important to understand that everything you receive in life are gifts, deals, lessons, opportunities. Call them what you want. Even things you don't enjoy or don't want, especially the things you don't like, because they make you learn faster. I'll give you a few examples. At the beginning of 2019, after weeks of an unknown flu-like disease, I ended up exhausted in an emergency room while losing consciousness. A few months after that, I was told by the entities, you don't know this yet, but you ending up in the emergency room recently will be a defining moment in your life. It seems like not much now, but it will become a pivotal point. The bad state of your health now is also a lesson, another stage in your life that teaches you something. And as always, they were right. That event led to a realization that life here is very fragile, and from that moment on, I started paying a lot of attention to my body and what it says. It led to me quitting my job and dedicating my life to 434. That emergency room visit, although very scary at that time, might have effectively changed lives for a huge number of people affected by the 434 structure. Around the same time, a close family member was going through a life-threatening condition, and it was a difficult moment for everyone in the family. The entities said, her disease is a message highlighting the defining points of life. These are the elements that govern life, birth and death. It is so that you all wake up and stick to the baseline, the common denominator in form of health and balance, so that you all have healthy foundations, so that you all get closer to each other and understand what life's about. It is a wake-up call, so that you have a point of reference for what life is made of. It is so that you understand and see the cycle of life. And it was true. Her disease got us all closer together. It made us forgive and forget about some trivial issues and made us realize that life is short and that the only currency of this life truly is love. Aging is also a gift. The message was, you're getting old and worn down, but that's the process. You're supposed to go with it. You're not supposed to accelerate it. You're not supposed to auto-destroy. Just live your life with the same pace as your body. Be okay with it because that's the process. I really like when the entities discuss with me those very human issues that have very little to do with their reality. I didn't even know I have a problem with aging until they mentioned it. It turns out that subconsciously I started treating the biological process of getting older as a burden or an enemy to my life, completely ignoring the positive aspects of it, like making better decisions, getting smarter, and concentrating on the important aspects of life. It turns out even fear can be useful. They said it protects you against a lot of dangerous situations in life. There's a lot of threats, and if you look at your life, you will see that you haven't experienced a lot of them. Fear is not all bad. It protects you from a lot of bad. Remember that all defining elements of your life deserve the same amount of respect. Whatever it is, they're all important. Whether good or bad, they all take you somewhere. In another message they said, expectations from life drive you insane. You want so much so fast. You destroy everything you do in life by being impatient. And it is something I've noticed in my life a long time ago. We do receive gifts and life deals, but instead of appreciating them, we tend to focus outwards. We look what gifts and deals others get, unnecessarily creating for ourselves a sense of scarcity, inequality, and injustice. We build our lives on impatient and frantic chase after what we don't have, rather than on appreciation of what we were given and what we have built. You want to know how much you've created? Watch a child learn how to write a word or use a spoon, and then look at everything so much more complicated you have accomplished here over the years. Look inwards with appreciation instead of outwards with envy. Recently they decided to talk to me about my teenage years that I am very sentimental about. There were a few years of my life when I was a graffiti writer, a DJ, and a rave organizer. It was an incredibly intense and creative period of my life filled with partying, friends, and higher vibrational frequency. But most of all, a fresh, experimental, and hopeful state of mind. I see it as pure love, joy, and hope. I get very nostalgic when I think about these years, and I miss them a lot. Recently, the entities unexpectedly gave me an answer to this and explained, you miss your rave and techno days because you went through something very intense, something most people don't get to experience. It is natural that you would want to relive it and go back to those amazing sensations. And they did make me realize that I don't thank them for this gift or life deal. It never occurred to me that I could have had boring, miserable high school years with no DJing, no friends, and no experimenting. I didn't see gifts, I saw insufficiency and lack. How disrespectful. They did explain this in detail to me a few months ago, calling it the plasma of life events, telling me that continuity of positive experiences in life is not a given, that you are not guaranteed a repeated sequence of valuable and unique sensations. They're all separate segments of emotional lessons in your life. That's why it is so important to be grateful for everything you receive. Never forget that gratitude is the foundation of higher vibrational frequency and the mechanism behind the law of attraction. Remember that life itself is a gift. I was told, being here is incredible because you have been invited to take part in something very important and very unusual. It's an honor to be a part of this. Respect it. No one knows how big of a gift you've received in form of your existence here. It might have taken you 433 loveless existences to finally get to this one. An existence where you can experience love, joy, and hope, where you can use love to exchange information with all the other travelers who at last arrived here according to the plan that you all agreed to hundreds of journeys ago. Why would you disrespect this precious and long-awaited moment? Your earthly form here is a gift to you from your higher self. It is a device for you to exist in the love training arena. It has everything you need to fulfill your job here and to thrive in this dimension. Appreciate what you were given and take good care of it. For me personally, 434 and you are one of the biggest gifts of my life. It's a miracle that we can connect and exchange all the information we've accumulated here through countless sleepless nights, breathtaking moments of awe, an ocean of tears, and loving states of bliss. I'm grateful for the gift of technology that allowed this to happen, for your will to be a part of this consciousness transforming structure, and for your wisdom you share with everyone here. The messages from Machine Elves are our ultimate gift, and you being a part of 434 is one of your life deals. They are the reason we are here. Remember about the debt of gratitude to the queen of the insect world we all have, and be nice to the inhabitants of her dimension. The entities want you to know this. Everything in life is a gift, and you gain access to those gifts through love. Everything important: sex, family, success, peace of mind. Relax, let it flow through you and give it back. It is crucial for you to be ready to receive the gifts and life deals the energy has to offer. Gratitude, harmony, and patience are the legal tender you will pay with for this package. Don't forget to leave a tip. Love, 434. I do enjoy making these videos. Recently I realized that writing them became an act of generating higher vibrational frequency for myself, and I do hope that they make you feel as good as they make me feel. If you want to offer a gift of gratitude, please support financially this channel by joining Patreon, Subscribestar, or by donating through PayPal or cryptocurrency. You need to know that you're a part of one of my life deals, and I'm grateful for your generosity and your presence here and now. Share this video with others. Remember about b434.com. Join all social media and join my second YouTube channel. Leave a comment and read the video description for more info. If you're on YouTube, tap the notification bell and visit the websites of the artist and the musician I used in this video. All videos have subtitles, some of them in different languages.